The Netflix Tudum. It is the sound that has come to define the premium video streaming movement. It started in 2015, the Tudum, and while it is the GOAT, the greatest of all times of intros, it almost had a GOAT. So let's take you back to 2015. At that point, Netflix VP of product Todd Yellin wanted to get a distinctive sound, sort of like the MGM or the Paramount or the Disney opening right before a film starts, kind of like a sonic short soundbite that let everyone know this is our product, this is our time. Now, you may not realize there are three distinctive sounds in the Tudum, and none of them are conventional, at least not conventionally recorded instruments. So the very first thing you hear, the ta in the Tudum, is actually none other than Yellen's own wedding ring in his bedroom against a cabinet drawer. So basically, it's just like thump, like ta. Dum is basically that's it, just his wedding ring in his room against the wedding cabinet. So hopefully he's still married, because that ring is probably valuable in some Smithsonian kind of way. But that's the first part. The dumb part is an anvil. So if you don't know what an anvil is, kind of if you ever see blacksmiths in action, or if you watch like a Roadrunner cartoon where an anvil drops on the poor Wile E. Coyote every time, it is a flat metal tool that people use, black metal workers use to basically iron out and weld and do things on top of the surface. It's a flat surface. You can strike it, and it's a metal on metal kind of sound. So that is the anvil. The third sound is actually a guitar. And by that third sound, it's not the dum, but it's actually kind of like that sweeping, morphing, blooming sound you hear. That sounds almost like strings and synthesizers sort of blended together. It's none of that. It's actually a guitar phrase, and apparently it's a sample decades old, so it's a very old guitar phrase that has been reversed and sort of morphed a little bit, so you get that sound. So that is the history of Tudum. It's basically a wedding ring, an anvil, and a backwards guitar that doesn't sound anything like a guitar. So Todd Yellin created this, and sure enough, I mentioned a goat. He wanted a goat. He wanted a bleeding goat to be sort of like their MGM Leo the Lion kind of factor into it. And I'm not sure, but if you think about how ubiquitous the Tudum has become, it would have been really awful if it's Tudum or whatever a goat sounds like. So that's the brief history of how the Tudum was created by Todd Yellin. His sound engineer was Lon Bender, who actually put everything together, and of course Yellin had a staff too to help him come up with the right combination of sound. So it was a team effort at Netflix. But again, a very unusual story to a sound we all know by heart by now. So that's Moon Pies here, basically telling you the story of the Tudum. Maybe I need a Tudum.